You're stuck in your house? NXT is stuck in their house? Yeah, why not call it that? I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. The last pay-per-view called In Your House was in February 1999 and it was subtitled The St. Valentine's Day Massacre. This was not just because it happened on February 14th, but also because its main event was Steve Austin versus Mr. McMahon in Hell in a Cell. And it introduced the Big Show to the WWE Universe. Now, over 21 years later, and just over 25 years since the first In Your House, NXT has appropriated the name, hopefully just for this once, for their first pay-per-view since the coronavirus stranded them in Central Florida. And with half the matches being title matches, one which has probably already been filmed, and the other three severe grudge matches, well, it may not be a full-blown pay-per-view like Raw and SmackDown compete in, it's still worthy 2+ hours of awesome-looking matches. So here are my predictions for NXT TakeOver In Your House. Let's start with the 6-woman tag match. Mia Yim, Tegan Fox, and Shotzi Blackheart versus Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, and Raquel Gonzalez. Sheesh, talk about your last-second thrown-together matches. Yeah, it looked like this had been building up for weeks, but in truth, these 6 were just in the right places at the wrong times. And let's face it, with Candice ditching the whole Pixie angle and becoming Mrs. Gargano, and Dakota Kai being, well, Dakota Kai, there's more than enough to take on anyone. Raquel may just want to stand back and let the pros do their things. Besides, Shotzi's been more or less a jobber for months now, which means me and Tegan picked the wrong partner. Winners are LeRae, Kai, and Gonzalez. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. These two have a lot in common, I'd say. They're both fairly young, they're both fairly brutal when need be, and they're both quite enigmatic. I mean, Balor's always been that way, even back on Raw in his first run in NXT. This whole Prince thing that's taken over for the Demon thing keeps us guessing at every step. Shame COVID-19 had to stop Balor from destroying Imperium and taking the NXT UK title. And Priest? Don't tell me you know half of what he's doing. I'm not even sure he does. The main thing about him is that he's vicious and ruthless, and he's ready to knock Balor off the perch he's been on for a number of years now. Balor won't go easy, though. He's still eyeing the title across the pond, and he'll keep his slow roll going to get there. Winner is Finn Balor. Tommaso Ciampa versus Karrion Kross. Interesting entrance, I must say, but let's face it, it's hard carrying a Horseman of the Apocalypse angle in the middle of what could be an actual apocalypse. Plus, when crowds come back, I'm not sure that can carry over. But anyway, Ciampa has really gone downhill as of late, hasn't he? He couldn't get the NXT title from Adam Cole, couldn't end the feud with Johnny Gargano with a win, little thanks to LeRae, and now he seems to be playing pusher to this dynamic newcomer. I mean, come on. It's only been about a month since Kross's debut. He's not ready to lose just yet. And who knows if Ciampa will ever get back into the swing. He either needs to switch brands so he can face other superstars or give AEW a call. It'll be an awesome match, but in the end, the winner will be Karrion Kross. NXT Women's Championship Triple Threat match. Charlotte Flair defends against Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai. Let me just get this out in the open here, folks. If Flair hangs on to the title after this, then the fall of the Flair family will be total. As I keep saying, even if NXT is now an equal brand to Raw and SmackDown, even more so since they operate so close to each other, Charlotte has no reason to remain in NXT. She's been, for lack of better terms, whoring herself out to the other two brands anyway, as if the NXT title could be taken by anybody. Hell, maybe Bayley should challenge her and she'll have 3 titles weighing her down. I don't want to think that about the Nature Girl, so I'm hoping this title is finally dropped. And while Io Shirai is a tough bird who deserves this rematch, I really want Ripley to regain it. Either way, I welcome it and hope Charlotte is welcome back at the WWE Performance Center with open arms. But my pick for the winner and new champion is Rhea Ripley. North American Championship, Keith Lee versus Johnny Gargano. Is this finally the end of the Legion? I mean, Lee's held the title for almost 4 months now, and while I still see bigger things for him in the future, I'm not too certain if he's ready for Gargano. And that's especially true if Candice LeRae gets in Gargano's corner after her match. Well, don't get me wrong, that whole Lee and Fox's Gargano and LeRae dinner parody was pretty funny. But Gargano lost his sense of humor long ago, I'm afraid, and he doesn't take kindly to anyone. Not even those who outweigh him by 50 pounds or so, making fun of his wife. The only way Lee is keeping the title is if Gargano goes too far and gets disqualified, which seems wholly likely. Perhaps a rematch at the next TakeOver before SummerSlam will end the reign for good, but I'm going to say that Keith Lee wins by disqualification, and that Gargano keeps on him after the bell until Lee's unconscious. Finally, a backlot brawl for the NXT Championship. Adam Cole versus Velveteen Dream. This should be it, folks. The end of the Undisputed Era's chokehold on the NXT title, the end of UE's domination in the brand, and the true start of Velveteen Dream's career. This is all the makings of another film disguised as match, since Lord knows where this backlot is. Is it amid the grounds at Full Sail University? At Universal Studios? Disney Hollywood Studios? Hey, Disney's got to remind us they own Fox and to a degree SmackDown somehow, right? But it doesn't matter if Strong, Fish, and or O'Reilly are there to back Cole up. Dream outsmarted them before. He can do it again just as easily. And he'd better. Otherwise he'll never become NXT champ. But he will. Winner and new champ, Velveteen Dream. Those are my picks. Now use this as an excuse to stay in your house for a while longer. I'm Chris Wolvie, the wrestling vlogger who always tells it like it is. Stay safe, and I'll see you.